Lessons learnt from Jesus and Eve. Temptation is as old as humanity itself. The struggles we face today are no different from those experienced by Eve in the Garden of Eden and Jesus in the wilderness. The difference: Eve fell, while Jesus triumphed. Both were tempted in three key ways. 1. Lust of the eyes. When the serpent deceived Eve, Genesis 3:6 tells us, "When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, she desired what she saw, though God had forbidden it." The lust of the eyes led her to sin. Jesus, too, faced this temptation. In Matthew 4:8-9, Satan showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their splendor, and promised them to Jesus if he would bow down in worship. Yet Jesus did not fall. He responded, "Away from me, Satan, for it is written, 'Worship the Lord your God and serve him only.'" Matthew 4:10. Unlike Eve, he rejected the temptation and kept his focus on God's will. Second, pride of life. Eve was enticed by the serpent's words in Genesis 3:5. "You will be like God, knowing good and evil." She wanted to elevate herself, to gain wisdom beyond what God had given her. Pride led to disobedience. Jesus, on the other hand, was tempted to test God's power. Satan challenged him in Matthew 4:6, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down." But Jesus did not seek to prove himself. He replied, "Do not put the Lord your God to the test." Matthew 4:7. Unlike Eve, he chose humility over pride. Third, lust of the flesh. Eve saw the fruit was good for food. Genesis 3:6. Her desire to satisfy her physical hunger led her into disobedience. Jesus, after fasting for 40 days, was also hungry. Satan tempted him in Matthew 4:3. "If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread." But Jesus responded, "Man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." Matthew 4:4. He prioritized spiritual nourishment over physical cravings. Eve's failure led to sin, separation, and suffering. Jesus' victory brought redemption, restoration, and hope. He came to undo what Eve had done, showing us the way to resist temptation. When faced with the lust of the eyes, pride of life, or lust of the flesh, we must do as Jesus did: stand firm in God's word, reject Satan's lies, and trust in God's plan. Jesus overcame temptation, and through him, so can we. The choice is before us. Will we follow Eve into failure or Jesus into victory? Be and stay blessed.